Good afternoon, everybody. DJ Styles here, Custom Corpses. Sorry for the camera being shaky, but this is the silicone. The silicone is called Rebound. Hold on, I'm trying to get past the camera here. The silicone is called Rebound 25. All right, it's a gallon kit. Right there, Rebound 25. You can see my hand in the friggin' way, of course. Rebound 25. All right, it's a two-part mix. All right, now what I suggest is, I've already mixed these buckets. You have to mix this stuff up, and you want to make sure you scrape the bottom and the sides real good. I already did this, so we're really good there. And then what I usually like to do is I have two separate buckets. All right, and then I mix into one big bucket. All right, so let's get these out of the way. I'll do that last. But the first thing I gotta do is get equal parts. It's one part. I'm gonna go 8 ounces of part A and 8 ounces of part B. All right, now all you do, what I like to do, is I just take the silicone, get it in there, scrape it in. I'm out of camera frame, I'm sure. Sorry. So I scrape it in, try to get the stick as clean as possible. Now, whatever you mix, however much you put in here, you just want to make sure that you do the same amount in the other bucket. Now these are going to be for the register keys, which I have set up over there already. Got to get the register key done first. It's only about 4 ounces. We got about, I don't know if I want to go full 8 ounces. We'll see. Yeah, I think I have to go to full 8 because I have 2 channels that I have to make. One's for the, you know, it's register keys. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. So we need this to drop down a little bit. Let that set. All right, we'll leave that in there. Never mix the two together. Always make sure that you have, hold on, let me see if I'm out of frame. I want to make sure I'm not blocking your view of anything that I'm doing. That should do it. All right, so we're just putting this part B or part A, whichever one it is. I'm not sure, the white and orange. They're pretty much the same thickness. I think the white's a little thicker. Just trying to keep the edges clean. We don't want any extra. This first mix is for the register keys. And then by the time I'm ready to go forward with this, we are almost there. A little bit more. And we're going to let that drain down a little bit, make sure I get the right amount on each one.
Johnny,
Yo.
the house is having a big thing right now on Fox about the drones.
Really?
Yeah, over specifically New Jersey. They're holding a conference now, or whatever.
What are they doing? Letting people know what's going on?
I believe so. I just start watching it.
All right, so that's 8 ounces perfectly there. This is almost 8 ounces. Yes, that's 8 ounces too. All right, so We have two 8-ounce cup. Now I have silicone coloring, and I want to do that with this. All right, so I want to scrape these sticks off because I have to put the lids back on this. I'll have to catch that meeting a little later on. These drones, I live in South Jersey, so I seen a drone last night, no joke, and it was as big as my house. Well, it looked that way. It may not have been that big. I don't know, because it was just, it's too hard to tell because you're so far, you know, you don't know how high up in the air the thing is. So with that being said, it's just difficult to really tell. All right, now the thing I need to do is grab the color. Wait a minute. I also need to put my smock on. I got a smock I want to put on. I don't want to ruin my clothes. If the silicone gets on your clothes, forget about it. It's over. Your clothes are done. So I try not to ruin my clothes as much as possible. So that's that one. Now, let me get the color. All right, we have, I guess there's a flesh, no, that's blood color. I don't know what color this one is. I can't remember which color it is. That's flesh. I don't want flesh. I want the blood color. All right, so let me put my smock on real quick. It's on the other side of the room. Then I got to take the camera. Come on. And I also need a little stick. A little stick. Really? Give me a sec, guys. Be patient. There we go. I got these little register keys that I'm going to use, and I need a stir stick. Actually, I need a popsicle stick to put color into the silicone. And over here, I'll be taking you behind the camera on the other side of the room where the sculpture is. All right, so we only color one side. And this is a blood pigment. I happen to like the blood the best. And this is just to change the color of the silicone to show off the register keys. That's enough color. It doesn't have to be, we're only just trying to change the color a little bit, just so you can see the difference. All right. I'm going to do it my trash. Of course, I put the trash can all the way on the other side of the room. All right, so we need to put this down. I'll put it in there for now. All right, blood pigment. It's only being used for the register keys anyway. So what I'm going to do now is dump each one of these. Actually, what I'm going to do now is put the caps back on the lids back on this silicone. And you don't bang it on there. It clips on really nice. This is a product from Smooth On, and I really love their products. Oh my God, their stuff is so nice. As a matter of fact, I have to contact Smooth On because our plan is to actually go to, all right, now you see I have a separate stick in here, all right, for mixing. So what we do now is we're going to dump this, and we're going to dump it real high so it takes out some of the air bubbles in case there are any. And I'm going to scrape some of this out of here. Thing about that silicone pigment, man, a little bit goes a long way. This will really change the color of this unbelievably. It won't be red, but it'll be like an orangey red when it's all done. I always add it to the orange, never to the white. The white, I think, is the actual, it makes the silicone. All right, so we reuse this bucket here. Okay. Now I got my smock on, so I can get a little bit on me and it won't hurt me. I don't want my clothes ruined. All right, so that can stay in there. This is for this stuff. Now what we do is we dump it out first, pretty high up. We want to create a nice narrow stream that takes all the air bubbles out of the silicone. I'm pretty high up in the air. I'm probably about a 1.5 feet off the top of this bucket rim. And I'm just creating a stream so it streams in there nicely. You got a little bit of working time with this stuff, so don't be scared. I mean, it isn't mixed yet, so we're going to get ready to do that in a minute. All right, so that's about 8 ounces of each. That's for my register keys. All right, we'll leave that there. Actually, leave that there. And there, I got a little silicone to clean up on the tabletop. Now we mix thoroughly. You want it all one uniform color. You don't want it to look like there's streaks in it of any kind. This should be a nice dark orange. Make sure you scrape the bottom too. This will not cure if you do not have this mixed thoroughly. I see stuff on this side of the wall. See, that's starting to get there. It's almost there. Now I'm scraping the bottom real good to make sure there's no All right, now I'm going to take you, actually let's just come back to part B, or part 2. All right, so we have this mixed well. See how the dark orange it is? And we'll be right back for part 2.